Welcome to episode 76 of the Bikini Besties podcast. I'm Lo.
Kalia.
Stephanie.
And this is a Besties Catch Up episode because we are long overdue to give you guys updates. Sorry, son of ketchup.
Sorry. She just catches my eye and does that. And
Yeah,
insert the ketchup on.
Okay, so inside jokes here.
And I'm going to spell it with ketchup, like K-E-T. I'm just kidding.
I was like, what?
Can that be the intro?
Oh, was it?
That would be funny.
Besties Catch Up. I'm going to do it.
And then put
I'm
your
gonna
laugh.
do it and see
Yeah,
anyone-
do it.
Okay, let's go.
But it has been a long time since we've given you guys our updates. And I don't know, maybe they're thinking about French fries and ketchup.
Ketchup. All the things.
We just did have a little besties powwow because it's actually been a while since we've been able to hang out because this one has been traveling so much that we haven't been able to kind of totally catch up.
I was waiting. I wanted to see what word you put in there.
In
But
general,
yeah.
podcast or not. So it's good to hang out with everybody.
I know. We literally got here when at 6. It
Yeah.
is now 7:30.
We've been talking. We've been doing our own personal podcast before.
We should have been recording.
The unabridged version is private. Just
yeah,
kidding.
yeah, 100%. But yeah, no, I competed 3 weekends in a row. I definitely can't do 4 weekends in a row. That's what I've learned. Can do 3, maybe 2. But I did East Coast Pro on November 1st, and then I did Iron Games, and then I did Kansas City Pro.
3 back-to-back. That's so wild.
Back-to-back.
Yeah,
So
I've never, ever,
When you told us
ever.
that was your plan, I was like,
my plan. Jamie was like, "Here's the plan," and I was like, "Yes."
Would you do it again?
I would do 2 back-to-back.
yeah, I like 2 to back-to-back. But
I don't think I could do the third back. The third back-to-back,
Need a
that
break?
was the hardest one. Even mentally, I was like, dig deep.
Dig deep.
I could
Well,
not.
there's just so much effort in like being
Yes.
so on point and so ready to be on stage and presenting
the
and
packing?
traveling.
The weirdest part was not the
Okay.
packing because I like
Stayed packed.
yeah, I stayed packed for the most part, and then I just unpacked on Sunday. Like most of I put everything that I was dirty in the same thing, so I literally just took it out of my bag and dumped it. But I think the hardest part, this sounds stupid, was like going back to checking in every day.
Like you don't get any kind of little break.
Like that
it's
was
just
like
That's like a month of straight.
yeah.
it was
three
almost like a
check-ins.
month of
21
checking in
days
every
of check-ins.
Yes.
Well, even the week
it was only
before the
Sundays
first
were
one.
off, and then Saturdays it's like 3-4 times a day.
Yeah.
That's a lot of check-ins.
I was done with the checking in. I was done with the heels on and off.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I was happy that they didn't break though, because I only had 1 pair this time because I got the wider ones,
Oh yeah.
and so I was nervous.
Oh,
But
and you like the lighter ones?
love the wider
Okay.
ones. Oh my god, it was such a game. Like I am getting circulation to my toes.
Oh.
Nice.
I don't know what everyone like, but it was so tight around it. You know how people say to use that hair dryer and
Yeah.
stuff? Like I tried that, but I
Didn't
didn't
work?
Yeah, I did not know that. Anyway, I have wide set feet.
Well, I'm glad
So-
that they're doing a bigger expansion of like competition heels, like taller, shorter, wider,
Yeah.
like because everybody walks different and has different feet shapes.
Feet shapes.
Size. I was gonna say sizes, but like
Yes.
obviously there's different
Shapes
shoe
too.
sizes.
Yeah.
Yes.
But
Yes.
shapes.
yeah. No, I'm so happy for those because that helped so much in comfort wise and just stability and everything.
So yeah, I was gonna say
But
start
yeah,
at the
so
beginning.
overview.
First
Start at
show,
the
first
beginning.
show.
Okay, so first show, I really should have gone over this in my head a little bit, but first show, I depleted down to about, I think 128 was my low for the first show, and then we did small carb ups starting on, I think I started on Wednesday the first show because the first show was the earliest. So I had Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I think I got up to about 250, maybe 280
And carbs.
in carbs, 45 in fat, 40 or 45. And then she brought down my protein a little bit closer to show day. I love no protein show days.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
It's
even
the
the day
best.
before, just like even a little less on the last 2 meals. Like I don't need any.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I even switched the day before because they cut the protein. Like I think mine gets cut like almost in half.
Yeah.
And I do yogurt only, Greek yogurt only, so no meat. I
like
do
that.
no meat the day before, and then the 0 protein show day. Junior USA's was the smallest my waist ever was.
I love that. That's
Like,
a great idea.
And
I didn't
easy to
think about the
control. It
yogurt.
was
Yeah.
so easy.
Yeah.
It was like nothing was in me.
Because the flatter you are, the easier. Yeah, it absolutely is. Because the fuller I got, oh my god, it was so much harder for me. But yeah, so I like the lesser protein for sure. I think 132, I think, on stage, like 131.8 or something like that. And it was my feedback that show was that I was a little bit too dialed into my hamstrings. Like she could see a little bit too much of my hamstrings, so she wanted me a little softer in the back, but everything else was good. I ended up in 7th in that show. It was a really, really good show. I really liked just how well it was run and everything like that.
This was the New York, right?
This was New York, yeah. I think it was 22 girls. It was a bigger show. I remember that one was a little bit bigger of a show. It's kind of crazy because they're all starting to blend together a little bit. I'm like, wait, hold on a second.
And this was your first show with Jamie as your coach,
yes,
too.
and I shared a room with Yulia, so that was really fun. She was really nice, and it was nice to share a room with like a more seasoned Fit Body Fusion athlete, because I think this is her 4th or 5th season with Fit Body. So I had like a little, like, I don't know, babysitter.
Aw. Showing you the ropes.
Right, like a little big sister. So that was kind of cool. And it was really, really nice. I really liked that show. We were about 10 minutes away from the venue. That's the only thing I would have changed, is just, sorry, I'm talking fast, is I like the host hotel, like being at the host. So I hate driving to the,
Yeah.
that's the worst. But Bernadette, was the judge of that show, so I really like her. I think so. She's usually very, very, like, fair, very concise in when she's speaking, like at the athlete meetings and everything. We were in and out of there. I think it was a little bit later of a check-in, but no, overall everything went really, really well, and I thought that my posing was the best at that show. I felt the most calm. I think the reason I don't like back-to-back shows is coming as I came off of that show of like I was a little flatter, and so I had a little bit more room to like. So I think that was the Sunday I had McDonald's fries, and then I freaked out. I had McDonald's fries on the Sunday. I blame Papa Bear because he started talking about McDonald's on Friday, and I had not thought of that as a treat. Till he said that, and then it was just in my head. So on Sunday I had that with Zach, and no, it was before I left. I can't even remember. Oh my goodness. But anyway, I was super salty and watery on Monday. I just remember sending you guys those check-ins and being like, oh my god, I have to compete in 6 days. And then on Tuesday, I think I lost like 5 pounds overnight or something crazy, and it just like went all the way. So I have to be better. And I was better the following Sunday about just like being a little bit more reasonable and realizing that because now I'm tracking sodium and potassium and I wasn't as much before. I think I just remembered my body handling it better at prior shows. The show did not.
But it came back fast.
It came back pretty fast, but I could go without the shock of Monday morning. Like that was stressful. Anyway, and so then we had to dial it back down. So I didn't get as low for the second show, and I don't think she wanted to push me as low. So I only got down to maybe 131.8 or something like that. Like I remember it was like a high 131. And then I filled out till 135 almost. So I was a lot fuller that show. I think we got up to 320 for carbs. And she was feeding me a lot. And I was super, super full. It was probably the show where I felt the most, I liked my glutes the most. Like I thought my glutes looked really good. We definitely like delivered in terms of the hamstrings being less prominent, but then I feel like I sacrificed my core. Like I could not, my core just didn't look as small. I don't even know that it was mostly core control. I think it was just that everything was just so full. And so being, I guess a taller bikini competitor and being more muscular, I think I looked out of balance a little bit and just a little bit overdone, I guess, in terms of fullness.
Was that Iron Games?
That was Iron Games, yeah. And so he actually, when we went, Patrick was the head judge. We showed him the East Coast Pro photos, and he's like, I like her waist here a little bit better than, and so that's when we kind of came up with the plan of, okay, let's shoot for the waist of East Coast and then a little fuller in the glutes, more of like Iron Games. But Iron Games was also a lot of fun because a lot of the Fit Body Fusion girls were there. Like Savannah was there backstage, Amy was there. I'm forgetting some. I'm forgetting one. I can't remember. Erica was there, even though she wasn't competing. And so that was kind of nice to have.
She's so sweet.
She's so nice. It was
She's one of my favorites.
right. She's
Erica and her husband, Gil.
She's so nice, and they're so invested in the industry and everything. And even when they're not competing, it's like they're just like so in it and everything. So she was just an amazing cheerleader to have. And but yeah, so Muscle Games was great. I didn't feel that, you know how I complained last year of muscle contests always having like such long call outs and like just me feeling like I'm on stage forever. I didn't
love
feel
that.
I didn't feel it as much. I think my like conditioning felt better, so I wasn't as like, oh my god.
You weren't thinking about it
that's
as
kinda
much.
cool.
That's
Which
good.
is kind of good because I was so nervous. I was like, oh my god, we're gonna be up here for millennia.
Well, you've posed so much this season, and you've changed your posing a lot.
A ton.
Just even like how you approach it.
Yeah, and even with the off season, we're gonna change it again. So,
Keep going.
all right,
Always evolving.
but so then last show, I did not get down as low. I think I only got down to 132, 133. And it was a little bit mentally weird because I was like, no, I want to keep pushing and but I think that she was prepared for it, for me to be like a little bit fuller, and it made sense, I guess, thinking about it more as like a whole picture, because during that week I've had this much calories as opposed to like how regimented I was leading into it. I think if I had to do back-to-back shows again, I would only do 2, and I would have like she didn't do this, she wanted me to have more of an untracked day on Sunday, but I would prefer to have a meal plan Saturday, Sunday, like thinking about it as both shows, especially if we wanted something similar in physique or like just to have less variables. I just prefer it looking back on it because it just added a little bit of stress and a little bit of unpredictability that I would have preferred not to, especially if I know it's coming up. Like, I'm going to compete for these 2 weeks. 3, I think, is too much. I don't think I could keep it together for 3 weeks like that. Like, that's just crazy. But 2 weeks, I think I could do. But anyway, so we were able to bring it a little bit tighter. So I only ended up at about 133, like high 133s on stage for Kansas City. I definitely was a little bit more disappointed in my Kansas City placing wise, just because there were less girls, and I was just like, okay, top 5, please. But I ended up in 6th. And I think overall, at first I was a little bit disgruntled, but then my feedback kind of made me feel better, kind of worse in a way, because it was that my muscularity was there. He literally told me to just sit down. Like, that was my feedback. Like, and it was Bill being like a little bit more of one of the more, I guess, muscular
favored
judges. And so he's like, she's good with density and everything. She just needs to work on her stage presence and core control through my transitions. Which, when I look back, and it was fair, because when I look at my East Coast, I kept it a little tighter. But I'm hoping that with her bringing me in flatter, me practicing a little bit more, especially focusing on the transitions, that we'll be able to accomplish that for next year. The hardest part will be being a little Pilates princess, yoga, whatever, cardio, stepping. That's it. I have no idea. So I'm hoping that I get to train like 2, maybe 3 times a week.
Maybe you'll get to do like little pump workouts.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, but I think it'll be mainly maybe a little bit of back and then just lower body, glutes. I don't think that she'll do
No upper
anything
body
else.
for you. Well, you're already executing the feedback of sitting in a beanbag and
Yes,
resting.
I'm
You've
sitting in
been
a
chilling-
beanbag.
Chilling in a beanbag for a
Right?
couple hours tonight.
Yes, exactly. So I'm resting 10K steps, and I have a week off from training. So
Nice.
what are you filling that with? What are you doing?
I'm here
I saw
talking
her
to
at
you guys
the
for an
gym.
hour and a half before.
She was at the gym at night last night.
I was walking, cardio
on the phone, and I was like, "Why is she here?"
I know, right? I know, because I literally hadn't gotten all my steps in that day.
I was just like so surprised to see you out after dark.
I know.
I was like,
I'm used to it
doing
now.
that 2 days in a row.
I'm used to it now. Now it's like, because it's dark at like 5.
Yeah,
And
it's
it was
dark
so
early now.
early.
It's over.
So early.
It's over.
I
So
know.
Christmas cookies, because last year I was sick.
Well, so are you? Before we go
Sorry.
past your shows, actually, I wanted to say like it was really fun watching the journey. Like we tried to live stream as much as we could. Obviously, like Muscle Contest didn't have that and things like that. But when you were doing East Coast Pro, it was really cool to see because you were in the second call out, but they sent back parts of the call out and they brought you in, and you ended up placing higher than some of the girls that were in the first call out.
Yeah.
So it was super cool to see you like fight your way up and like.
That's my favorite show.
Yeah, that was like really fun to watch.
Yeah, that was my favorite one.
But I think you got a lot of data and like all the check-ins that you've sent us over the last 3 weeks and everything. It was like really, really cool to see the process of you learning how to peak with your with Jamie, like being like a new coach this season.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just really cool to see like the whole like journey of it because
It was like it was a different you.
yeah,
Like it was
exactly.
compared
Yay.
to like your last season. It was a
Yay.
very different you. Like,
Yay!
yeah. And
I'm
like
excited to see that.
just like development, but the posing, like just it was
And-
different.
And that feels good to hear because I
Yeah.
like just the fact that I also that was my only worst thing is like the fact that like after everything I'm like it's still posing, it's still and I feel
No,
like it's
but
gone. But to hear you guys see that
it's
because he's only
improved.
seen it that day,
Yeah.
and so like I know it's
You've seen it for
improved
the
quite a
last
bit, but it's
however
just
many-
like yeah. Because at first I was like, are you serious? Am I like what am I seeing? Am I just like being too nice to myself? But no, I think it's just like that next level
But it-
and
Think of it like this. Unfortunately, glutes are always going to be my thing.
yep.
Posing, it's
It's
just
just-
that thing,
yeah.
right? It's always and
It
everyone
just
has
is.
their thing,
Yeah.
right? Like you were dealing with your shoulder. Like
Oh,
I don't
God, yeah.
know, just like we all
Yeah.
have
Shoulder.
like
I
a
forgot about
thing,
that.
like right? We all just
Yeah.
have this like thing that, and that you can. It's,
You just have to embrace it because
yeah,
otherwise you
embrace
just
it.
are negative
And
about it.
Exactly,
and
embrace
it
it,
sucks.
and you have improved every
Yes.
single time. Like
Yes.
you have.
Yes.
And so it's like you're doing it.
It's just getting a little
just-
better. My mom's advice was she's like, well, honestly, you only wear these heels for the stage, so why don't you just wear heels to work every day? And I'm like, click. Like, what kind of stupid advice? No, I'm just kidding.
You're
I
like,
didn't do
"Mom."
that.
Also,
I was
wait,
like,
can
you're
you?
totally right.
Wait.
Because she's right. I only wear like I wear like scrubs and like tennis shoes
like
to work.
Yeah.
And so the only time I wear heels is
Yeah,
for
is for-
stage. And so she's like, and
Oh,
so
you
she just started silence for a bit because I'm like, why do you have to be right like that? Because I'm just thinking, she's like, you could just wear blouses and like get all ready for work. And I'm like, oh,
I just pictured
No.
I just pictured you in like a like floral like collared shirt with like a
Yeah.
white doctor's jacket.
And her heels and
exactly.
And she like didn't wear contacts that day. She's got glasses on.
Yeah.
Right? It would be like a whole different. And I'm like, oh, that just sounds like getting up
a lot
earlier and just like matching
I
things.
yes.
totally
More
wear
thank you.
scrubs
Right?
if I were you.
100%. I'm like, I
Oh,
can't. I
100%.
literally asked her, I'm like, I can't just wear like heels. I thought it was a good idea, but like heels and scrubs? No,
Is there a
maybe
way to
not.
do that?
No.
I'm like, is there a way? Are there some, like, cute
Anyways,
scrubs out there?
yeah,
You can dress
exactly.
up
I'm
with
like,
some
there's like
dressy
wide leg
scrubs?
ones, maybe.
Are there?
Yeah, I'm like, maybe I could.
Oh.
Because she was right. Like, if I walked around more with them, and then
You just feel better.
honestly, I was thinking about my productivity side was like, so like work and I could be like posing kind of at the same time.
Yeah,
Like
there you
kind of like
go.
making improvements in both at the same time. I like that. But anyway, so yeah, so posing will be one big thing. One thing that I kind of was happy that I did was, I was telling you guys before, is like thinking about what I least wanted to do as an athlete. Like, you know, whether you least wanted to, I don't know, do more cardio or train or whatever. For me, it was checking in or like posing every day. And so I'm going to try, at least I'm going to work up to it, because I'm not going to say that I'm going to do it every day from now on. But I'm going to do at least like, because I think right after is when I usually fall off with like checking in, like maybe once a week, and then it gets like once every 2 weeks is usually what my default was. But I'm going to try to do like 3 times a week just for myself, and send her one. So like maybe Mondays, I don't know, Thursdays, Saturdays or something like that. Or Thursday, Sundays, and then try to do every day once it gets to prep season, just because that's out of everything, what I actually have to really, really work on, or at least have a practice time
Or replace some
every
of your training
day
time with some posing time.
with some posing time and
fill
just
it with-
actually
Yeah.
do it every day.
Gym you go to now, Uplifted, they got a good posing room.
They do.
You can just take your heels and
Right?
instead of
Training,
working
you're-
out,
Cardio,
you just go
workout
cardio
now.
and posing.
Yeah.
cardio and posing.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
that's what I would do.
Right?
And then it would
Insane.
force you if you like have a scheduled time, like it's part of your instead of a training time.
Yeah, to actually work it instead of like, because right now it's more like, oh, I have extra time, so I'll practice kind of thing. Or like, or when I started practicing, like I definitely did it more as I got closer. But it could be something that I just focus on in off season. And
Yeah, it's definitely hard for me to practice posing in an off season.
I know. Core control? What core?
But imagine how good you'd get at it.
Exactly. I like have to
Yeah.
hold. And then maybe it'll help with my diet because I'll look at it and I'll be like, oh no bites today.
I know I thought about that. There was like someone I was watching on Instagram and they live somewhere like Florida or it was somewhere it was warm still. And they're working out and they're in like their shorts. And I was like, honestly, like I'm like in my sweats and like covered up. Like if I were having like sweating and outside in the sunshine in my shorts, I feel like I would like be working harder.
Yeah.
To see it.
Yeah.
And it just not being dark and it being like nice out to go do like
Yeah.
things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, my worst fear when she first said the whole muscle thing and having to atrophy muscle was like I was gonna have to become like some sort of runner. I don't know. Or just like
I thought
more
about
like
starting running again.
No.
I just know. I know.
No.
My lungs
I just
just
can't do it in
don't
the
have the
cold.
capacity.
I don't have the drive for that.
Yeah,
Nope.
I have to be running from something. I don't
Yeah.
just run.
You got to be trying to kill me.
If my knees could handle it, I would run.
I would not run.
I just have really
No.
poor. My knees don't do well with impact.
Yeah. Have you ever like heard like if you do start running and you like take it, it's like I
What?
just
What are you talking
You've
about?
never heard that? Like when you're running and like someone's running on a treadmill, it's like super loud. It's
Oh,
like someone
yeah,
chewing.
yeah.
Oh, I hate it.
Oh no, I run. Yeah,
Oh.
I was picturing running outdoors. And I
Oh,
was
no.
like, what are you talking about?
That's even worse. That's uneven ground.
I was like, are you stomping?
That's uneven ground. I can't do outside. That hurts
I
me.
miss it. Before I did bodybuilding, I actually used to like. That was like part of like my workout routine, and I would run 5Ks 3 days a week.
Oh my god.
Every morning, I'd get up early at 5:30 in the morning,
Nope.
and Lily used to run with me.
Aw.
Imagine Lily running 5Ks.
Wow.
Yeah. If you guys
She
don't know,
wouldn't
my
be part of the
Pomeranian,
besties.
she's
That
15
girl.
pounds. She would run 5Ks with me.
I did
She was
like.
young. Now she's like goes around the block and she's like, "We're done, guys."
We're done. Take me home.
I throw the frisbee once and she's like, "Break."
Oh god,
Aw.
no.
But yeah,
Yeah.
she used to run 5Ks.
I did like like Beachbody, like Insanity and P90X and stuff. I did those. I was that girl. I was
Those were the days.
Yeah, I was like the Insanity workout.
I was
don't
really into
remember
cardio
that.
kickboxing classes.
Yeah.
Cardio.
So if I like ever didn't do bodybuilding, it would be like those like what do you call those? Like
Group
plyometrics?
aerobics?
Like
Yeah.
plyometrics? Like
No, you'd be a
aerobics.
Pilates. So you'd be a Legree girl. I feel like you'd still do that Legree thing. Come on,
I
come
couldn't do
back
the
to it.
videos now.
No, you wouldn't do it.
I couldn't do videos now. I could go to a class, but
yeah,
couldn't do
I don't think I
videos.
could do it. I can't work out at home. No,
No, I
not
can't work
anymore.
out at home
I can't.
either. No.
To me, I can't do it.
No.
But yeah, I would go group classes. I would do like some kind of group thing. Yeah.
It's just I don't think when I was in college, like friends used to like drag me to Zumba. That's never happening again. I am not doing Zumba.
I'm not a Zumba-er, like a dancer, like a.
I
cool,
don't
am,
dance.
like,
I
but, like,
tried.
I'm not like that kind of dance.
I don't understand how people have picked up on what we've just been taught so fast. I feel so dumb so fast.
What do you mean?
Because I always go the wrong way. I don't know how to explain it. I like literally the whole class looks like they've got it and they're going the right, and I'm just like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
shit.
What hand left? Right? Just,
Yeah.
I always like turn around, and when I face the back, I'm like, well, now I'm lost.
Yeah, I just
but
can't.
I can't see like.
They need like 2 instructors, like 1 or 4
Yes,
actually, one on every
behind.
side.
Yes, yeah, that's true. yes,
good
every
God.
direction.
Right? They can't just face a wall.
No, yeah, that's so true. That's funny.
What
Yeah,
about us? The reasons we do bodybuilding, we're uncoordinated.
Yeah.
that's literally why I do it. I have
Oh,
no skill
100%.
for any sport that requires real skill. Like, I can't.
You can go slow. You can take your
I
time.
can
you
pick
take a
heavy
break.
things up and put them down, and that
That's
is all I
right.
can do.
Like, this is my lane. I'm staying in it.
As you're like one of the most like dancey, beautiful, like flowy.
I know.
posers.
Okay, well, that's all I got going for me is that.
I'm the opposite, but I can do the racket thing.
I will say posing has
Oh, I
made
can't
me. Oh, I can't do a racket.
Yeah,
No, I
we
can't do a
figured that
racket.
out really
If it requires a
fast.
ball, a rat. Like, no.
I can't do that. So I know you guys are like talked about like doing like pickleball and so I'm like,
I'm terrible at it.
there's
I
a
just
paddle.
like to.
She did get better.
It's not
I'm
happening.
terrible.
I tried racquetball.
I like badminton. Wait,
No,
that's like
badminton's really
cheating.
hard.
I feel like badminton's like it's.
No, my mom thought pickleball was cheating, and she plays on like a club badminton team. She was
Oh,
yeah,
I like badminton.
she was like the other way around.
Nope.
It's easier to. I don't know.
It's so fast. I like that one because it's faster.
Oh, I think pickleball's fun. Like I
Really?
think that one's hard. Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't know.
One thing I will never do is tennis.
Nope,
Oh,
never
I
do
love
tennis. Never.
I am not chasing the tennis ball that I
No.
can't hit 1,000 times.
It's so fun.
Racquetball's nice because it bounces back to you.
Yeah.
So you don't have to go over. You move a lot. You actually run a lot, but you don't go far.
Nope. None
I
of
know
these
we
are
got
for
all
me.
way on a tangent.
We did.
here.
Yeah.
I
What were we
know.
talking
I know.
about? Anyways.
I don't even know.
Well,
Where did we get there?
Before we move off of your updates, post show, because you're not competing again until next spring, what is like you have a reverse plan, like with regards to, not in regards to training, but like nutrition.
Okay, so I am at 200 grams of carbs. I think I'm 17, just over 1,700 calories or so, just to start. I would prefer, and I haven't told her this yet, but I would prefer to stay closer because we're so much closer and I don't really have much to do in terms of muscle development. If this makes sense. I
Stay
hope
closer
so.
by like in your body weight.
Yeah, I would think so. Just because that way I could work on the core control that's closer to
The physique that you
the
be going on
physique that I
stage
need
with.
to. Yeah, because
And
why?
less time to like cut down.
Yeah, and then I just think that maybe she could even, I don't know if she wants to, but maybe she could even do like pretend peaks and see what happens. And then maybe you'd have time. I don't know. But I don't know what advantage, I haven't talked to her about it, but I don't know what advantages we could, and it would be something that would make me work hard towards, not reversing properly, but almost like staying within a manageable body weight to get back down. And I don't know. I think that it would be worth doing fake peaks because I kind of want to know if there's a way we could fill in my glutes without touching my delts. Let's see. I don't know if that's possible. I don't think it is, but if there is something secret sauce, I'd love to know. I'd love to know because, yeah, I think it's similar to like targeted fat loss. You kind of targeted what? Fullness? I don't know.
I don't know how that works.
I don't even know how that would work. So we'll see. We'll see. But I'm excited to just kind of see what happens. I'm hoping we can work my calories up a little bit, but I'm not super hungry in terms of like, I find it different. Mentally, I'm hungry. Physically, I'm not that hungry. Like I know I'm not hungry, but mentally I'm like, ooh, I can have things. So I'm like looking, like there was like crackers on the desk at work and I'm like, oh my gosh, crackers. Then I realized I don't really want crackers. Like I don't, it's just the fact that like they're there. So like, it's just day 2. And so it's just I like the awareness of it. The awareness of like, this is why I'm looking at the crackers, not because
Yeah,
I'm
that's a
actually
good-
physically hungry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
I
I'm
don't know
weird.
if I've ever noticed that.
I'm
Being
weird like
mentally
that.
hungry, but not physically hungry. Like,
Yeah, because it's like the ghrelin.
don't
It's
know
like
if
I'm
I've
not
ever-
actually hungry. Do I want the Ritz crackers that have probably been there for 6 days? No.
yeah.
But for some reason, they just look like.
And probably retraining your mindset because I'm sure there's been multiple other post shows where your brain has been rewarded with like
Oh, yeah.
freedom of just like, let's just get that because we're done.
Yes.
And so it's maybe like even like you've evolved, you know, you've thought things through at a better mindset, but there's still those old triggers there and you're just being more conscious of those.
And redirecting that energy, because now I almost get a little bit of a dopamine kick from like the control of being like, I don't really want this. And it feels good to almost like walk away from it. I know I will get that same dopamine kick if I put that cracker in my mouth. It could be like 12 days old. It doesn't matter. It like, you know what I mean? It's just the fact that it's like, whatever. But the fact is that I would feel worse, if it makes sense, after like indulging in all these things. It doesn't make you feel
You'll
good.
have
And then I
regret.
don't want to go work out. And then I don't go work out. And then I don't feel good even more. And then it's just like this cyclical cycle that like all of a sudden 14 days later, I'm like, whoa, what happened? Like,
Steph just blacks out for 2 weeks.
yeah, literally. But it's almost, I've been in reverse where it's felt that way, where it's like you're not full and you mentally feel like you should be full because you finished prepping.
Yeah.
And it's just like this endless vicious cycle. And so it's just like harnessing back that control, realizing that it's not physical hunger, that you've just eaten your like actual good meal, and then just being prepared. So like I had all my meals ready, and that's been a good thing for me is like the Monday after show, I do the best if I go back to my routine. I can't go on vacation right after. I have to have like 1 to 2 weeks. I'm just not that girl.
Yeah.
I don't know, take some sort of pro reverser, but I'm not
I
that
could
girl.
not be the vacationer after a show.
No.
I would. That would be
I
so
literally-
hard.
Yeah.
I think we waited
I've done it.
like 3 months.
It's hard.
Before I,
Mhm.
yeah. No.
It's really hard. Like
I've done
Hawaii
it and
Pro is like,
just-
whew.
Yeah, it was rough.
Yeah.
One year we went straight from nationals. We got off the plane and drove to Montana for family Thanksgiving weekend in a cabin with just all the treats and all my parents cooking.
Oh no. Oh no.
It's
Stuck
like
in a
level
snowy
10.
cabin
No.
for like 4 days.
Yeah.
Oh,
Directly like the day
worst.
after the show,
That-
we
yeah.
show up and there's pizza.
Yeah, that'll
first
make any
meal.
bikini girl feel like she can't reverse.
Yep.
It's not that you can
Any.
reverse. You're just literally being put in Candyland.
Yes.
Like, I don't know.
Mom and dad's cooking, like family cooking. in the
Yes.
holidays,
Yeah.
like,
When you've just been hungry. and then-
Exactly.
oh,
It
no.
smells like
After,
home, the
like-
nostalgia. Oh.
Yeah.
I think that was like the 2020 nationals when Universe and nationals were this week's apart.
Mm.
Oh god, I probably screwed up my metabolism so bad that week because that was the week between those shows. I only ate fish for 6 meals a day, and did 3 hours of cardio a day for that peak week.
Oh my
for
god! And then
nationals.
getting put into the Thanksgiving.
yeah,
Oh,
That was
that's a
such
literal
a-
nightmare.
Right?
Rough
And then with all the
place to
normal
be.
people that are like, you could have 3 pieces of pizza. That's
want
nothing. You
another
haven't
like,
eaten
slice
no,
of
anything.
pie?
Exactly. You haven't eaten anything for 3 weeks. You're fine. That's how the body works. Just like,
Yeah.
repeat.
Oh, that was a rough
Take one bite of pizza and your body's like,
Yeah,
fat and
exactly.
oil.
Yep, that was a rough.
Oh.
That reverse did not go well.
Yeah, and then it's emotional. Like after the second, third day, you
Yeah.
don't feel good, and then you mentally don't feel good. And oh,
Yeah, and it's just hard to
I
see
wouldn't wish
like,
it on anyone.
so much hard work fade so fast.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah. So we're harnessing it. We're doing well. I'm happy. So yeah, just I guess redirecting the energy and just trying to become a better athlete overall, and then just pouring more into my relationships again.
Yeah,
And doing all of the things that I didn't have time for before, and just seeing where I could. I'm going to say it again, redirect the energy. I can't think of anything. I give up. But yeah, those are the big goals. Those are the big goals. I give up on talking. But those are the big goals. It's just like family, friends. It's coming around the holiday times, and then just being good to myself.
yeah.
To
that's
set
the
myself
most
up for
important.
next year. There, that was better.
Yeah.
Yay. Ta-da. There you go.
You did not give up.
Yeah.
You just needed a second.
There we go. I'm done.
All right.
What about you guys?
Well, I guess I can go. Speaking of reversing and all the challenges that go with that, I have been reversing since the Olympia. It's been 5.5 weeks ish. Tomorrow, I think, is technically the full 5.5 weeks. And my calories haven't changed much. Like literally, like the week after, or like the 2 days after the Olympia, I got my reverse macros, and it's pretty much been the same since. I think I've had one increase in the 5.5 weeks, which is fine because my carbs are at 280 and my fats are currently at 55 and my protein's at like 140, which is like a little over 2,200 calories. So it's a pretty
That
good
is
space to
awesome.
be. And my one bump was like I asked her for more protein because I just like was craving protein. Gave me 10 grams of protein. I was like, thanks. That's nothing.
That's funny.
I get one more bite of chicken.
That's funny.
Literally.
But so it's been really good food wise. And it's been an interesting process reversing because the way I peaked for the show, I would like really filled out and I was pounds above like my depleted or like leanest weight. And so it was interesting how my body kind of did like this reverse recomposition of like I started getting softer and adding a little body fat, but my weight went back down. And then it's kind of sort of creeped up. I'm probably today maybe a pound above my actual stage weight, but I'm almost 10 pounds above my lowest weight of prep. And like I was looking at like my depleted weight before the Olympia, like my low going into the Olympia, and I'm 4-ish, maybe 5-ish pounds up from that. So it's really hard to say like how much weight I've actually gained, because like we did such push and pull with my weight. That was like fairly big swings with the way I had to fill out to be on stage, where I really needed to be full, like eating 500 grams of carbs in the day before the show, like 90 grams of fat. Like we really filled out. And so it's like, and then in between shows and doing other shows, it's just like I would dip back down into a depleted state, and then I would be like hold for a while. So I would like, I think my lowest right before the Olympia was like 119-ish. And then going into it, like during most of peak week, I was like in the 121s, and I was probably 124, almost 125 show day. And so I'm only 124.6 today.
That's really good.
Yeah,
So-
it's really, really good.
And you feel good?
Yeah, I have spiked up after a free meal. I think my highest weight this reverse was 126.1, and then the next day it dropped back down to the 124s. So it was just like, that one was probably water. So it feels good. It's really weird to see the body reverse changing, just softer and stuff, even without the scale moving much. It's just really hard to let go of, because I spent so much of the year. Like I literally like was competing in June, and it's almost December, and it's like you just spend so much time like looking for that lean, hard
Number.
Full look.
look, the stage look.
Yeah.
And like letting go of that is hard to accept sometimes, because I'm not fat. I'm not gaining weight too fat. I'm actually having probably the best reverse I've ever had. My pictures look really good. My shape is holding really strong. I have lines. They're just soft. It's funny. I feel like I just look a little deflated, even though I'm eating so much more. I don't think my off season last year, I got above like, I think 1875 was my highest calories.
That's
You're
in such a good
amazing.
spot.
That's the
Over
number that I think is the
2,200
biggest
now.
win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
400?
You
calories or more.
started this reverse at
Higher than my entire off
several
season.
hundred higher
That's
calories.
insane.
And like lowest cardio, right? Like
Oh, I just have steps.
You just have, okay, well there we go.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
have
this is
9,000
amazing.
Yeah.
steps.
Yeah,
That's
this is
crazy.
amazing.
And one week I went over, and I did like 10,500 as like my average. And she's like, "No, I need you down at 9 to like chill." I was like, "What?"
That's amazing.
So
No, but I'm eating
good.
so much. I gotta
Gotta move it
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
I
do
get
something.
that. Yeah.
And it's been interesting. It hasn't been bad. I've been really good with it, and my mindset's probably been the best it's been in a reverse, but doesn't mean there aren't days where I struggle. I think I reached out to you this weekend because it was more like, I can eat all that food. Like I can eat more than that. Like I'll eat a lot of food. I
Yeah.
love eating. But I asked Kaylee, like, because she's had high macros, she shared with us, her off-season macros, being like, okay, so how do you mentally be okay with eating that high of calories or those macros when you, in the past, eating even less than that has caused such significant weight gain for me? And so it's just been really something that I've had to kind of get over, because it's like, yeah, this is really cool and all, but it's like also a little bit scary of just like maybe some anxiety of like, in the past it hasn't worked for me, even though it is working for me right now, and I'm really proud of it, and I'm doing such a good job tracking 6 days a week, and then I get 500 flex calories on top of that 1 day a week. So I've been doing some little half free meals. I track half of it, and then the other half is like I just do kind of round up the calories. So I've been kind of doing like about 1,000 calories as my free meal, but I like figure out my macros for one of the meals, save it up, and then a little fattier stuff can be in that 500 flex
Yeah, that's
calories. So it's been kind of fun to be more intuitive with that meal and stuff, but I've been really proud of myself for tracking and being on point with this reverse. I'm, still working with Jamie and checking in weekly and checking all the boxes. I have been training all my 5 days a week, same training program and everything. I think this next week we will be finally changing to my my training plan. I haven't really talked about it much to like on like Instagram or anything like that. But so podcast listeners, you guys get the in-depth part of like Lo's life here.
Yeah.
I mentioned it when we did the Olympia recap episode in Vegas, that was my last show for a long time. And so I will be switching to more of a lifestyle phase. So we're going to adjust my training plan to, Jamie called it something more balanced, not as competition specific and focused. And that's just been interesting because for years, literally years and years and years and years, I've had to like fine tune my training to be like, what do I need to do to execute feedback? And now it's like the feedback doesn't matter. It's like, what do I feel? How do I feel good? What do I enjoy doing at the gym? Because I was noticed I'm kind of not as intense with some of my workouts because it doesn't feel purposeful to be building anterior delts only. Like that doesn't feel purposeful right now for like this next phase of my life. Yeah. So I'm like, can my upper body day, can I do some back exercises? Like no one cares if I have like touch my back now. Like if it feels good, why not? Why can't I do pull-ups again? That was fun. Like it was a challenge for me. So I'm going to be starting to integrate some of that into my training. And this next weekend will be the first test of some intuitive / still tracking because I'm going to a wedding and I have a Friendsgiving and my parents are in town. So I'm going to try to do like 90% on but allow myself a little bit of freedom, but like it's just going to be like a little test on how I do before the holidays really kick in. So just kind of learning a new outlook on it, a new mindset on it, and just having to like trust letting go of like how rigid. Like I still track everything. I'm still eating really good food and still training, but like the rigidity of like the intention, I guess, if that makes sense. Shifting that is just taking some time, and I have time because I'm doing a reverse diet, so I'm giving myself that space to like let my reverse diet be the amount where it's like we just tweak maybe a week here. Like it's been over a month and I'm just now approaching tweaking my training. So more to come. I'll keep you guys updated on kind of how that goes because it is interesting to be switching after being so dedicated and high level, and I want to feel accomplished and not like I'm giving up, or because I still have so much competitive drive in me. Like Jamie, a couple of my check-ins the last couple of weeks, she said, "Oh, you're not that far from stage. We could just put you on in a couple of weeks." And my heart just was like, "Oh, but I want to. I would love to."
Right. Like, oh, we can,
please. But everything that it takes to go into it is like I've committed to shifting my priorities, and it's gonna be fun. I just have to like be patient with myself and
embrace it and share, because like I know like there's tons of listeners that are like, I'm super intrigued in your journey, in this journey, because like it's something I'm starting soon or will be like it. I don't know when it's like coming. It's very, very soon for me, and and so I want to learn from you, and I want to like pick your brain, and I want to listen to you go through it, and like, you know,
that's what I love about all three of us too, is like we've all been in such different but similar in terms of just like like even when Kalia started reversing and like had such a good reverse, and then you kind of wanted to follow in those, you know what I mean? Like it's just kind of like we're cyclical in that way.
Both like following different pieces of what each other have been learning and sharing it.
Plus you can't get back on stage because I have your suit. So.
Steph did wear my suit, my Olympia suit at her last show.
Yes.
It was so beautiful.
I love the suit. It's very so pretty.
And I need you to figure out how to share your tie-ins with me. So
yeah.
You don't need them.
Right?
Just
they're going away.
Start talking to ChatGPT and figure out how we just
some body transfers.
Do you notice like as each check-in with Jamie or each week that goes on, and you kind of prove to and you see that like you've only, you know, you look at your check-in pictures and you can acknowledge you look amazing. Like this is your bet. Like this is everything you are doing is so amazing.
Yeah.
And does that help you like build confidence? Like, are you, I know there's gonna be those days where you're like, you know, but then there's the days where like, no, I did it. Like I'm doing, like, you know, do you feel that way? Like, do you?
Yeah, I am building some confidence in it. I'm a little anxious with like the holidays coming up because, you know, like we even just talked about, like I've had experiences where like Thanksgiving is like, or Christmas cookies or something is just like thrown everything out the window. And I've also felt like the further away from stage, the least like I've felt like usually in an off season, I just like the second the weight gain starts, it just goes and it never stops until we cut for prep. Yeah. And so I'm really looking forward to a push-pull type journey where I can pull back. It's exciting to reverse right now and get my calories as high as I can so that variables aren't as effective. So like if I do go out to eat and I have 1,500 calories for dinner, that's not going to affect me as much as it would if my daily intake was 1,500. Yeah. You know, if my, you know, it would be like, it's a lot more manageable to have freedom and have things like that. So I think that having this reverse be the most successful gives me confidence that I will have enough room for variability and just having the ability to, if I feel like I'm getting too far away from where I want to be, I can pull back. And I've never been able to do that in off season because it's always been like, you have 6 months to grow. You cannot afford cutting right now. You cannot do a mini cut right now because you can't afford to lose any ounce of muscle you're building right now.
It's kind of like you're doing this work right now. Like, yeah, the holidays are coming, but you've been so diligent and like you're doing the work right now. So that way, when the holidays do come, you can indulge a little bit. You don't have to, and almost, I don't know, this is my mindset, but almost like, okay, you put on a few pounds. Maybe with the holidays you put on a couple pounds. But it's like you can toggle. It's like you're in this phase with what you were just saying that's exactly it, is that, you know, enjoy life, enjoy the balance, and like try not to stress about it, and just know that like it's not permanent. Like if you're not happy with whatever happens, now you're in that phase of your life where you can pull back a little, and then, you know, holidays are over, you know, just clean things up, whatever definition that is for you, and then get to a spot where you're maybe more comfortable, and like that's like the journey you're in now. It's like nothing, there's like no rules. Like
I think you'll find joy in like being the one in control, and it not being revolving around competition season. Like you said, like you can't mini cut because you have to. Like you don't have to do anything. Yeah. You want to mini cut because you want to look good on a random Sunday. Yeah. Yes. You can start cutting on a Wednesday to look good on Sunday because
I've got a wedding to look good for. So
yeah, exactly. And you know how to do it, and you have the tools to do it. So if you want, you know, to look better on whatever day or whatever occasion, you can, and you don't have to be like, hey coach, or whatever, you know, like
and it's a touch scary, but it's also exciting at the same time. So it's kind of, it'll be cool. It'll be really nice to have like the support from like you guys who understand like where I'm coming from. So it's like my struggles of like, if I'm struggling with something mentally, you know, the background and the context, and being able to like relate to like how that feels. And we do it. It is cool. We've had so much control over our bodies in like the different phases, but usually we let someone else give us instructions. So it's kind of interesting. I'll even have more control now because I won't need to have permission or get instructions. It's like, so it's kind of cool, but kind of like, oh shit,
scary new territory.
Figure this shit out.
I think it'll be really cool. And I think, you know, what is this spreadsheet going to look like when you're fully in control?
I know. I thought about it. I was like, am I going to have to log out of Trainer Eyes? Like, at least I have my own, like, MyFitnessPal premium.
Yeah, of course.
No, but I don't know. I was thinking about after we had a really amazing episode with Allegra. If you guys haven't listened to that, go back and listen to that episode. And she was talking about how she still prefers tracking, even though she's very much transitioned into like a different phase of life right now. And I don't know what I've decided on that yet. There's parts of tracking I really like, and there's parts of where I feel like I don't.
I think I've had this thought. I think I think I'm putting assumptions here. The more confidence you build by showing yourself when you use those flex calories, when you go out to eat, I think what's going to happen, because this kind of happened with me, is you prove to yourself that like I can just eat and my body doesn't like, I don't go crazy and my body doesn't react. And when you have those, when you look back and go, oh, everything was fine, it builds like this confidence. And then you become more confident in eating without tracking so diligently.
Yeah.
And you might like, you know, just be like, oh, I have this confidence. I don't actually have to track all the time.
Yeah.
It might turn into something like that.
And I'm hoping it will, because I feel like it'll give me a little bit of just less stress about food,
Freedom.
and less even less thinking about it.
Yeah.
I'm not being
That's me
so dissecting it so
Yeah.
much. And the cool thing is, like, following a macro plan right now is like I have been incorporating a lot more food variety because my calories allow it right now too. And I've really been like realizing there's things that like can taste really good in very small quantities.
Yeah.
And so it's like, let's say like Anthony had some cheese in the fridge, and like normally I'd be like, I'm trying to be really good, like none. Okay, 10 grams of cheese is not gonna hurt you, and you got cheese on your thing and it tastes really good. I don't need a ton of it. Like, and so it's kind of cool, I think, to teach myself like I can have things, but I don't need half a cup of cheese, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm
pizza.
what?
A whole pizza.
Yeah, or like I could have
You
a slice of
sprinkle
pizza
this
and
in, like,
not
yeah.
like, oh, we're getting pizza. You know,
Yeah.
like, so I think like I'm also trying to teach myself ways to enjoy a lot of things in moderation, and realize that like you don't need to splurge on a lot of things to enjoy variety of things.
Yeah.
And so I'm really trying to do that with some of my foods. It does take a lot more work, like to like make recipes and things. Like I baked muffins, and you had to like, I put every ingredient into my Fitness Pal. As I like literally, it says like half cup flour, and I like weigh it. Like, like I'm trying to learn what that looks like and how that fits into macros, and to cook like that. But then in the future, I'll be able to be like, oh yeah, this recipe, I know it's about this in my head.
Yeah.
I'm good with just the one muffin. I can make them from home.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of learning, a lot of shifting priorities, and not giving into my anxieties, and just letting myself let go and trust that it's what I want.
I think that's good.
Yeah. It's really good. Yeah. Proud of you.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
And thanks for supporting me through it. 'Cause it's-
Always.
They
it's a
always
lot.
want to hear about it. I think this journey is a fascinating one.
Yeah.
And so,
And then I'll take all your baking recipes, because mine
Yeah.
are usually full of sugar. I'm like, yes, let's go.
and then I'll let
Oh,
you
I've
bake
been-
them and
Yeah.
then give them to me.
Yep.
Just
There we
kidding.
go. I promised you Christmas cookies, Arden. Yes, I will actually bring.
Like this
I'm
is
gonna
the-
bring the bikini bed, like a little thing, so that I
Yes.
don't have to send you home
get
with the
to
whole
eat
tin.
Christmas
I'll actually
Yes.
eat
I
them
haven't
this
been
year.
able to enjoy Thanksgiving and Christmas for 3 years in a row
Because of Arnold.
because I've
Oh.
prepped.
It's
This is
gonna
my
be awesome.
first one. So now I gotta hope I don't freak out.
My
and just-
mom will not disappoint you. I promise.
So that's Kaylee's update. She is eating Christmas
Yep.
cookies
yeah,
this year.
I'm eating Thanksgiving
That's it.
and Christmas cookies.
Thanksgiving cookies.
Yeah, Thanksgiving and Christmas cookies. I'm doing both.
Where are you at?
Oh,
What is going on?
we're just still trying to build, tie-ins. I don't have. Oh, I mean, we haven't. Last time we like all like updated was like what, a month ago.
Yeah.
So okay, a month. Went down. Did we talk about? We went down to Arizona.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Did we? Okay, we went
Yeah,
down to
we-
Arizona. Learned all these things.
Did we?
Did we talk about?
No, I think you just told Allegra.
You're right.
I remember talking.
Okay, I'll do a
about-
quick rundown
Okay, sorry.
because I did learn.
Oh,
We mentioned we went to Arizona.
Yeah, you guys mentioned
But I
it.
don't think I like. Did I talk about what I learned in training? And
No.
no, I don't think I did.
You talked about your video you made? Oh, yeah, that was what you talked about.
Video I made.
Because you made a video?
Oh yeah. You
I'm-
made a
I'm- I
reel,
put
and
up a
you
reel.
Posted it like so far later.
Oh, like 3 weeks later. Yeah.
Yes.
But I didn't like go into.
No, you
okay,
didn't.
so
You
I'll
didn't.
just. That's my update. Okay, because
Yes.
really I've just been executing that. So went to Arizona, did a reassessment with Drew, which was good because the first assessment I did, it was literally the next day, like after hiring him, and I went down and had to learn just all this stuff, how he just it was a totally different way of coaching, training, philosophy, blah blah blah, technique, all this stuff, and so it was a lot. Like I was overwhelmed. Like it was a lot, and it was just a whirlwind, and so I learned a lot about my training. We cleaned up a lot of things. You know, he watched my videos for months after that. And then we're good. Okay. And then so this, but like, I knew I was still struggling with stuff. Like we weren't like, I'm still, you know, trying to grow my like glutes and stuff like that. Some days I feel things well, some days I don't like. And then we went to Olympia and I had an appointment with Kristen. She is like Fit Body Fusion uses her. She's in Arizona and uses her a lot for body work. And she is a PT. She's a physical therapist and she's an actual physical like licensed doctor of physical therapy.
She's amazing. She's God.
She's amazing. She is so smart and so amazing. And what's so cool is that she works on all of the top like athletes, and so she's been able to see all these different like struggles and help problem solve them, work with the coaches on them. So she just knows a lot about bodybuilding and the physique and everything. So and at Olympia, saw her for a session. We found out that she watched me do like my RDL form, my hip thrust form, and things like that, like just body weight in her room, like, and just the slightest thing like that I think is hard to catch sometimes in videos. And she even said like it is so. Like I live in the anterior pelvic tilt, like a slight one, and it feels like a neutral spine to me. And so when she saw me do my RDL, she's like, "You're arching," and she's like, "No wonder, it's all hamstring." And she's like, "It's all erector, it's all hamstring." And she's like, "I can see them engage and contract." And she's like, "So tilt your hips like this." It was the microest of tilting my hips in. Like it feels like tucking to me. It really feels like I'm tucking my pelvis in. And I'm not. It's just putting me in a neutral spine. And so then she had me do the RDL and I was like, "Oh, that's no hamstring. Oh, that's how it's supposed to feel?" And she was like, "Yeah." And it was like all tie-in and glute. Like, and like I felt no hamstring. So I've just been loading the absolute heck out of my hamstrings and like my RDLs and a lot of my other lifting. And I'm very hamstring dominant. Like she said it, she's like, "You are very hamstring dominant." Drew agrees. And so yeah, so just this change in the hip thing. Also a change in like how I something with my core. And what was the other change? Oh, engaging my lats. So like, and not just RDLs. In RDLs is where we noticed it, but then I've applied it. I engage and squeeze my lats in all of my lifting, and I don't know, whatever it is, that cue like helps keep my spine correct, my body in the right position, where on all of my lifting, glute lifting now, I can feel it in my glute and no hamstring. So whatever I was doing with the tilt in my hips and whatever I wasn't doing with my lats or upper body,
is it like holding like something?
Yeah, like you're holding something like between your armpits. Yeah, and so it's just like it's just retracting your shoulders back and like squeezing your lats, like just like retracting back. Like
I think you have more of a moderate anterior pelvic tilt too, because mine was severe.
Yeah, I don't have as much as you.
Yeah,
I don't have as much as you, but and the change has actually been so significant. Like I now reflecting back, I'm like, oh, I thought I was like engaging my tie-ins the entire time. And I kind of thought I was, but now I can tell the difference in hamstring and glute. Like where I guess I just had such a weak connection to my glutes that I didn't really like when I thought they were engaged. I thought they were engaged, but like now they're engaged. Yeah. Like it's like a whole, and it's zero hamstring. So I can't touch my hamstrings. Like I cannot touch them. Like hamstring curls have been taken out. I can't do any kind of lift that kind of hurt. Like, I mean, there's some things that like an RDL is still going to kind of touch your hamstring, but now the way I'm doing them, it's 100% glute. There was one more thing. That little machine that Kristen used. What is that?
Electron pulse. Plus. Electron
you say
plus.
it. I don't. Okay.
Did I say electron
plus?
I think so.
I don't know what it is, but
with the mat.
Yeah,
she stands
the mat. So
plus.
with that, using that, she put it on a bunch of like the four quadrants of the 4 quadrants of your glute. And we found that like my entire glute can contract. It can engage. And it's why like when you look at my glute growth, I get wider. I'm getting like wider and like more density.
Like wider laterally?
Like wider that way. Yeah,
okay.
Laterally.
Okay.
And I'm getting wider. So my upper outer is growing, and it's like my glutes are growing out and then out towards the judges at the top middle of my glute, but not at the bottom, like the tie-in, the low glute bottom. And so she'd use that, and you could like feel my muscle contract hard on all of my glute. And as soon as she moves it down to the tie-in area, it literally goes. It's like the weakest, like it cannot contract. And so she's like, and so by doing that, it tells her like that part of my glute, it just has an extremely weak ability to contract. And so we have to teach it, like rehab it. And so that's basically like what I'm having to do with my low glute tie-in area is kind of treat it like rehabbing the muscle, like, and having to teach it awareness to be able to contract. So I actually literally do have to use the newbie for actual fixing that muscle fiber, not just because like
from the inside out.
Yeah. And so I'm using the newbie now regularly. And she recommended it, and she recommended how to use it. So I relayed that information to the girl who is helping me. And so basically, and that's helping. So it's like an actual like issue, like an actual thing that like I do have just a very weak, those muscle fibers just don't contract. And that's like common, like people have weaker muscle groups and stuff like that. But I've always just thought it. I've always just said like, I just have a weak connection to my tie-ins. Like they just don't engage well. And like, it was nice to kind of like prove it. Like she could prove it. And so knowing that, and then we're going to use the newbie. And when I use the newbie, it does help a lot. Not just in the moment, but like in the moment it's forcing the contraction. But what it does is it helps the brain connect with that part of the body, whatever. And then later, like about 2 weeks after the session, I have really good engagement with my tie-ins. And so over time, what that does is teach them like the brain and the muscle to connect and be able to work.
Because it's teaching you from the inside out your brain to make that connection of like, the neurons are actually this is what makes that muscle fire.
Yes.
And then you're also making that connection of what that feels like on the physical
so then
side
I know
too.
how. Yes, exactly.
So the two combinations very
So that's what we're doing. And we completely changed my training. So I used to train 3 days a week. Now we train glutes, glutes 3 days a week. And now we do 2. We slashed my volume. I used to have, oh my God, like probably 5 exercises a lift 3 days a week. So it was like 40 something sets a week. It was a lot. And now I have like 20, like it's like, it's slashed in half. But what we realize is that if I can focus, like, so I just have 4 glute exercises. So I have 8 total glute exercises. I have a RDL variation one day, a thrust variation one day, an abduction variation, and a kickback. So those are my 4. And then, and I have one exercise that has 3 sets, and the other ones just have 2 sets. So I'm doing 3 sets and 2 sets, only 8 to 12 reps. And I actually lift a lot better this way because like it's the less is more concept works well for me, and I just get to really focus on my technique and my cues and like go intentional and intense in those just 8 exercises a week, just 3 like there's none of this filler fluff, there's nothing extra. And so it's been working really well for me. I'm like constantly sore, like every single time. We slashed my weight because of the change in the lat engagement and the hip positioning in my lifting.
You're like starting over.
I have to start over. And like, cause like we grabbed RDLs and I did like 30 pounds in Arizona, and it was hard. It felt like I was doing the 75-pound dumbbells. Like, cause prior to Arizona, I was doing RDLs with 75-pound dumbbells on each hand.
Yeah.
But I remember Drew being like, yeah, there's no way in hell you can do that. You're not doing it right. There's no, like, not with this technique that we just figured out. Like, there's no way, and there wasn't any way. Like, the whole, even just engaging the lats and holding the dumbbells, like, to keep that engagement and keep my spine in the right spot every single rep, I had to do lower weight. I'm now at 45 pounds each dumbbell. So we've gone, because now that, like, I'm understanding the cues and, like, I can progressively overload from there. But so yeah, we significantly, like when I say significantly, like, okay, kickbacks. This is funny because when I told someone this, she was like, yeah, you're not doing that right. I was doing kickbacks like 111 pounds. Now I I do put the band above my knee. So most people do kickbacks at the ankle and the foot.
Yeah.
I put the band so I can do a lot more weight because I'm taking out like a whole lever of my, and so the band goes above my knee for kickbacks. So that's a whole different thing. But 111 pounds is the one I got up to on the thing.
Wild.
But my back was arched. I was using my hamstring. Like my kickbacks, like I was using my hamstring to like bring that weight up and my low back. And so, but like but I did feel it in my glutes, but like also not all of it in my glute. So now that we changed how the hip position, the lat thing, and we changed my kickback techniques. I have an upper glute one and an Italian focused one. And, I have to do extremely short range of motion. So like, it's a very short range of motion. And, I'm now like at like half. I think literally all my weights I cut in half when I came home. Like I had to cut in half.
You can still do 40 pounds? That's crazy too.
I think 38 was.
It's still pretty heavy.
So 38. And it feels light to me. Like when I do it, I'm like, oh, it's light. But then tempo is the other thing. Like I really fixed tempo with the first time I met with Drew, but I could go even slower, especially with this lower weight, because it's very easy for me to start arching my back. So to really, truly keep my spine in the right position and my lats engaged, I have to do lightweight, and then I just go slow, and it's so wild, the difference that I actually feel in my glute. Like I would lose connection. So, like a kickback. Like if I kick back, I can feel my glute, right? We're squeezing the glute, we're contracting. Yeah. But when you let it go and you bring it back in, I would just like lose all connection to my glute. And now I can hold it all the way in. And I never had that before. Same with my RDLs. Like I could feel it going down, but then coming back up, I could never feel my like glutes really. Like I'd lose it really easily, and now I can feel it.
That's
coming
the harder
back
part, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lengthening.
Lengthening, yes. And so like there's just now I can, with the changes in the cues that we made, now I can just feel my glutes throughout the entire movement. I can and yeah, so it's good. So we just had a lot of like training aha moments. So really what I call it is we fine-tuned the foundation. So I had a whole new foundation that I learned this year, but then there was still fine tuning that had to be done. It's kind of like posing, like
which makes sense after years.
Yes, after years,
right? You weren't gonna get it and turn it around.
You can't fix everything in one.
Yeah.
You know,
as I say that over my own posing. Why can't you just fix it?
So that's like my journey. So like I'm excited. I love a more simpler training plan. I think if people looked at it, they'd be like, oh my god, that's so boring. But I love boring lifting. I
could totally get so much more out of my lifts when I have less sets.
Yes.
Because like let's say it's kickback and it's like I have to do 5 of like 20 on both legs. No. That's so many.
I can't count to 20, okay?
No, same. Even my kickbacks are 8 to 12 reps. Like that's it.
Yes.
And like
but you'll like mentally start to like reserve yourself.
Check out. Yes.
Or check out or start thinking of something else or lose count.
That's why when I switched to Eric and he was doing so many, I was like, how do you guys ever? Because I love 8 to 12. No.
8 to 12 is that and like that's the thing that I think I've learned a lot as an athlete is that there is some like sweet spots for muscle growth, right? Rep range wise. But I also think my belief, because I've had different things, and the a trainer I had that designed my so prior to Drew, the coach I had a trainer that designed my training, that coached me in person, just training, not my competition coach. And he had this philosophy as well. Less is more. Less exercises, less sets, less reps. And honestly, that's where I think I grew well in that phase, and I learned a lot about training. And I just like was excited about training, like because you get to just, I think what I call it is like really just lock in, like focus. Like I get to
give your all for that little amount of time.
That moment, those moments. Yeah. And it's like when especially for someone like me who's trying to be really intense, like these cues aren't natural for me. And so like I have to really think about them, and I have to really like engaging my glutes, feeling my glutes in an exercise isn't natural for me. Like you talk about posing, it's not natural for you. Yeah. Feeling my glutes is not natural for me. And so I have to freaking think so dang hard about it. Like I have to think about it. I have to think through it through every rep. I literally can't have anything distract me. Like Monday, yesterday, I had my glute day. My music and my podcast was distracting me. I worked out with nothing in my ears. I just had headphones in, and I just like, that's how like focused and like I am, is like I have to just, that's how hard I'm thinking and like making sure that like I'm feeling the movement, like, and so it's good. That's what I've been doing. So I've just been executing. It's been a month now, I think 4 weeks now with this new program, and it's been really good. I love it. I like boring lifting. It works for me. I'm hoping these glutes finally freaking grow. I've always said I feel like I think over time I've always been feeling my low glute more and more. I've been getting better at it more and more, but this time is like, it is really different. Really, and the difference is that there's no hamstring. Yeah. My hamstrings are no longer like fatigued and sore. I only feel my tie-in area, my low glute area in regards to when I'm sore and stuff like that. So I train glutes on Mondays and Fridays. And
it'd be cool to see if Kristen does that again when we go down to Arizona. Maybe for the summit.
It would be cool to see if the contraction got better.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Like if there's progress and like more powerful contraction.
Yes, I think that would be awesome.
Yes, that would be awesome. Interesting to see. Yeah. So
even just training with Drew and having him go over that with me, like my last pump up before stage, Jamie had me pump up without any bands. Literally just body work, just like holding the contraction.
Just squeezing, contracting, lengthening, stretching. Like we do mind muscle connection sets now. So every single, every exercise, the 4 exercises I have a day, I do a mind muscle connection set. It's body weight. It's just going slow. It's squeezing. It's sitting in the stretch and feeling it's just thinking through all the cues, like being very intentional. And I've learned, like, I'm like, oh, you can make a mind muscle connection set hard.
Oh yeah, you can.
You can make it hard. Like mind muscle connection, like body weight only RDLs, like just squeezing and engaging
holding it. And just thinking about holding it.
Yes.
Even a kickback.
You can make yourself shake, even the kickback.
Yeah.
Like
my leg shakes.
Yeah. Like you can make that hard. And so it's been exciting. Food wise, since then, after the first 2 weeks of my new program, I was really sore. I was not recovering. Like we were definitely firing new muscle fibers so we gave me, I used to just have flat calories every day of the week. So I didn't have high days or low days or anything. And now we have, 2 high days. So my glute training days are wildly more carbs. It's a lot of food. It's 425 carbs a day. That's a lot, guys. That's actually a lot.
That's like almost double mine. I'm at 220.
A lot. You're full. I'm actually full, and I act like. And
what I was telling,
there. My first week of that, I didn't want to do it. I had the whole. It finally creeped in because you guys know me. I'm not someone who stresses too much about like the food thing and the gaining weight thing, and it finally did like creep in. I was like, I don't want to eat this. I'm gonna get fat. Like I literally, like I'm not kidding. Those are my thoughts. And I was like, you can't take me from 300 carbs to 425 twice a week and think I'm just not gonna get fat. And so I definitely had those thoughts and I didn't want to eat it. It was like, it sounds cool. Like you're like, oh my, instead, like literally my reaction, instead of 425 carbs, I was like, I'm not doing that. Nope. And I'm like doing the math and I'm like, that's like 500 more calories. Like times 2, that's 1,000 more calories.
What did you say to Drew?
Yeah. I literally told him he's going to make me fat. And you know what I don't know if I want to say this on the podcast.
I'd be like, are you going to be doing this cardio with me or what, sir?
Okay, I'm just going to say it's funny. But he was like, you're being a bikini bitch. Stop being a bikini bitch. Okay, you're right, I am. And I didn't get fat. I was totally fine. Honestly, like nothing actually happened. My weight went up, I think like 0.2 pounds. It's been a month or whatever until like recently. And then that's a whole different story. But, so nothing happened. I was fine. But it was still the thoughts that you have to battle of like.
That's just like what I was saying. Yes. It's more like, it was like more mentally hard to
do it.
To like be like, this amount of food is fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Like I can eat food even if I'm full, not full. But that's fine. Like it had nothing to do with the physicality of being full. It was like
even eating it though. Like the day I ate it 425 carbs. I'll even tell you I think that was a Monday. I check in on Tuesdays. And all Monday, and I think it was all psychological. It was all mental. I was like, I'm fat. I'm literally gaining fat as we speak. I'm like, just as I eat this carb. And and then Tuesday I check in and I take my check-in pictures and I'm like, I don't like how it look. Like, I don't, like, it's from all the carbs. Like, I can't do this. Like, okay. And, but when I weighed in, that was fine. It was the same. I didn't weigh anymore. And actually, when I compared my picture that week to the previous week before all those carbs, I actually looked better. And so...
Wait, did you tell Drew this or no?
No,
You tell him the good feedback.
Yeah, this is what because he was the one that told me. He's like, these pictures are amazing, like these look so good. But I didn't freak out though, and then I like took it. So when someone else said that, I was like, okay, let me take a back seat, and then I put my pictures together, and I was like, oh yeah, they are better than last week. Like I look fine, like the weight didn't move, and I look great, and like I look like like whatever, like what I thought I looked like wasn't really what I looked like. It was just in my head because I was eating all this food. Yeah. Does that make sense? Like, and it wasn't really what was happening. I was just in my head. So when that happened, that was Monday and a Tuesday, the first month of it happening, I was like, okay, we're fine. I'll let go. Yay, carbs. And I was like now all excited for my 425 carbs. But I had to get through that. It was definitely a mental challenge. Yeah. But then I had to prove to myself and show myself, like, it's fine. Like, and then it was several weeks of that, and it's fine. Mm-hmm. Like, and now I have a lot more intensity and, in my training and stuff like that. And like, just, it's like, and then also the nice thing about like Drew in this like season I'm in, and I was like, I think telling you this, but we toggle. And so if like, there is a week where like, okay, yeah, the scale's kind of like, then we pull back, maybe it's 100 calories a day or 200. But then like the next week it's like, oh wait, your weight went too far. Now we toggle. Mm-hmm. So over time, my calories actually have just been increasing. But sometimes we go up and down a little bit for a week or two and then back up. And then like, that's why I look back at the past 3 months. Like I like it this way because it's a lot of like if I'm like feeling really full too, like appetite wise, like if there's a week where I'm like, I am so full, like I'm just full. I feel like I just sluggish. Then we pull back on food a little bit, let the appetite kind of catch up, and then we add the food back.
It's more realistic because you're not chained to these numbers that literally, in all reality, don't mean anything. Sorry.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
And I'm not going to lose. Like the thing is like, I'm not going to lose. Like I'm still in like a maintenance or a surplus. You're going to gain muscle, like you can. And so it's not
you have
like
stressful times or sleep is something or something else is off, and so you can manipulate food.
Yes.
To make sure that in your entirety you're feeling well.
Yes, exactly. That I'm feeling well. Exactly. So yeah, that's kind of what we do. That's what we've been doing. Okay, so that's my update. We're just training intentionally hard. We're going slow on increasing the weights. We're going very slow, and I don't know. We're just still eating a lot and training hard and doing all things, improvement season things. Yeah, don't know when I'll prep again, but.
We're all in improvement season.
We are all in an improvement season.
That's so wild. That's been, I don't know how.
How about this? The listeners get to give us I was going to say get to pick what we all do together, but no. We are.
I only have 3 months of this.
Yeah. We're not. Yeah. But maybe give us ideas. Yeah. There we go.
Suggestions will be accepted.
Yes. On what we do.
Yeah. We need to do something
a baking day,
commemorate
a brunch day, a coffee.
More than one.
I know. We'll have to come up with something good we'll give you a little bit of time to start this reverse off.
Yes. Yes.
I think I could do a Last Supper this time.
Yeah. A Last Supper.
I think I can bring that back.
A Last Supper.
One more.
Yes.
Right?
I'll be there.
I just have to catch her when she's surprised. Because remember last time she was like, we're starting. And I was like, wait, what?
I didn't get my Last Supper.
So no, we have to do a baking day or something. Maybe in December we do something cute like that.
Yeah, that would be really, really fun.
Yeah.
Right, we'll do something fun to celebrate us all being in improvement season.
At the same time.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can come film. We'll feed you in cookies. How's that? Yeah.
It's going to bake with us.
Right? That'll be fun.
Wow.
That'll be fun.
We had a lot to catch up on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
that was a good one.
Just heading out into the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I think I'm bean bagged out for the night.
Yep. I need to go eat. I need to go eat all these carbs.
Thank you guys for joining us for another episode and following along on our journeys.
And catching up with us.
Yes. We appreciate you. Thanks, besties.
Catch up.